I'm making a pan-seared salmon with a silky homemade Hollandaise sauce served with tender white asparagus and a crisp salad. I start with 800 grams of white asparagus. I've chosen the thickest stalks I could find, as I find they best suit a dish like this. White asparagus needs to be peeled thoroughly, as the outer skin can be quite fibrous. I lay them flat on my cutting board to prevent them from snapping under pressure. Using a vegetable peeler, I carefully peel them from just below the head all the way down to the base. After peeling, I trim off the roots to ensure all the stalks are a similar length. I place the peeled asparagus into a large pot of cold water. Once it reaches a simmer, I turn off the heat and let them finish cooking gently in the hot water. Depending on their size, they will need anywhere from 2 minutes for the small ones up to 8 minutes for these thicker stalks. Once they are perfectly tender, I drain them and immediately chunk them in ice water to stop the cooking process. I will finish these in a pan later. For the salmon, I'm using this beautiful fillet with the skin still on. I season them generously with salt and black pepper. In a hot pan, I melt some butter and sear the salmon skin side down first. I'm only cooking them briefly to develop a beautiful golden brown, crispy skin. I flip them over and then immediately take the pan off the heat. The salmon will be finished in the oven right before serving to ensure the fish stays incredibly succulent. To cut through the richness of the salmon and the warm butter sauce, I'm preparing a simple mixed lettuce salad with a classic vinaigrette. In the bowl, I mix 1 part mustard with a splash of white wine vinegar and a touch of salt and pepper. While whisking constantly, I slowly add 3 parts of a good quality olive oil. Next is Hollandaise. I melt 250 grams of good quality unsalted butter in a small saucepan over low heat. Once it's fully melted, I take it off the stove. In another small saucepan, I add 4 egg yolks and add a splash of white wine. A splash of water works perfectly fine as well. I whisk it loosely to combine and then place the pan over low heat while whisking continuously until it reaches the thickness of mayonnaise. I take it off the heat again and slowly mix in the melted butter in a steady, thin stream. I finish the sauce with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice, salt and a small pinch of cayenne pepper. While the sauce is still warm, it's time to bring everything together. I place the fish in the preheated oven at 200°C 390°F for about 5 minutes or until the salmon is cooked to your liking. Meanwhile, I gently warm the asparagus in a pan with some butter and a small splash of their cooking liquid. I season them generously with salt, pepper and freshly grated nutmeg. I then toss the mixed salad with the dressing I made earlier. Time to plate. I arrange the asparagus neatly side by side on a warm plate. And place a roasted salmon on top. I ladle over some of that rich Hollandaise sauce at the base of my asparagus. And I add a fresh handful of the dressed salad. My youngest grew some garden grass, which is perfect for decoration. And there you have it, a sophisticated, balanced and deeply satisfying meal. Enjoy!